freedom fighters, coming back at you with another one. Well, so I did that last video talking about Buddy Brown, and I left off kind of talking about Benny Johnson, and I was thinking about, like, why I don't like these guys. Just something about them, but it's just the way they deliver their message. I don't know if you guys went and watched any of Buddy Brown's content after that video, or if you already knew of his content and you saw him. But everything he says is said with like a smug look, like a smirk, a smile, and he's just like giggling through, the news or laughing stuff off. Same with Benny Johnson, and I never really paid much attention to them. I mean, they're big channels. I definitely see some of their stuff pop up in my feed, but I mean, I guess when you're making $100,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars, in some cases millions of dollars, I guess you're smiling and you can just laugh this stuff off. But, I'm just a guy ranting in his truck, and you can't see me right now, but I'm not smiling. I'm not laughing. I'm not having a good time. I'm not having fun. This isn't a joke. This isn't a game. You think it's a game? But, yeah, I mean, I used to listen to people like Owen Benjamin and stuff like that, who was a literal stand-up comedian. He's gone a little wackadoodle recently with some of his theories and stuff he says, but the one that really did it in for me with him was, I think he went on an interview or something, or a podcast with Here's the Deal, with Brian from Here's the Deal, and he started talking about how he wants more government. And I'm like, yeah, this dude's truly lost his mind. But, Mark Dice is another one. He's like the OG and laugh it off politics. I mean, I remember watching a video of his a while back where he's like, petitioning people, on his on the street videos or whatever. And he's like, should we round up Trump supporters? Should we stick these people in gulags? And, he's just laughing it up with these libs that are like, yeah, I'll sign that. Let's lock them up. And I mean, I get it. He needs to hold character, or else they're going to know what he's doing, that they're being played, and he has them on video or whatnot. But, he does other videos, in the studio where no one's around him, and he's just reading off news or whatever's happening, and he's just laughing the whole time. And it's, again, it's like none of this stuff is funny. And that's just what it comes down to, man. Like, I don't like political comedy. Not in these times. It's too serious of a matter. What we're dealing with, it's just, we can't be laughing about this stuff. It's not a joke, but yeah. And then there's Salty Cracker. I like him. He is funny. I'll give him that. But again, I've kind of tampered off his content because it's just the same thing over and over now. And it's like, how many videos can you do of the left destroying things and your country falling apart and then just laughing it away? And Samhyde is another one I listen to. But he gets it, He jokes around, but he also takes he takes action. He puts in work. But, the things he's done is just incredible. I mean, I don't know how he keeps getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. But if you don't know what he's done, I mean, look it up. They've done news articles on him. He's been on the news. They've done reports. I'm not going to mention it here because that'll probably get my channel blacklisted as well. But even more than it already is, which is a good time to say, hit that like button, share the content, and subscribe would greatly help me out. But, yeah, I mean, Samhyde, man, they need to lock that guy up. I'm usually not one for, that and government intervention, but he's just, he's gone wild. But, Yeah, they need to put him in like a 1-by-1 cage just where he can't move at all. Almost like a human roll cage. Just like steel bars around him. Because if you give him any room, he's just going to break out. He's going to grab the bars and go Hulk and just, tear him to shreds and grab the guard by his neck and throw him across the room and break out like a straight up G. So, yeah, you got to give that guy some kind of... So what's the superhero movies where they like encase them in concrete and then like sink them to the bottom of the ocean? Some kind of prison system like that. Or you need to trick them with like a... What do they do at the zoo? Like with the gorillas and the lions. Like it's not a cage, but it's like an enclosure. That's what it is. It's like a giant area, an open air prison where it's like, okay, you can go roam. What do they call that? It's like a habitat. I think there's another word for it. It's not coming to me, but yeah, you need to give Samhyde a habitat. Let him roam around his natural habitat in the wild. Give him a couple toys, a couple machine guns. Limit him to, a couple 100 rounds a day. Maybe throw in like a grenade, like 1 grenade a day, so he can feed his need for, death and destruction and, burning stuff down. You have to keep him at bay or else he'll go wild, so. But yeah, I mean, he's the last of a dying breed. And then when it comes to mainstream media, comedy and stuff, I mean, don't even get me started on these people. The late night propaganda shills are just incredible. I mean, it never used to be like that. Like, when I was a kid, I would occasionally, if I stayed up late enough, would like see my parents watching Leno or Letterman or something like that. And I was too young to even understand what they were really talking about or what was going on. But I don't generally remember it being political like it is today. And then I did catch a couple like Saturday Night Lives, and I used to watch Mad TV. That was the one I liked. But yeah, I mean, the stuff was actually funny. Like they were doing comedy skits. It wasn't just, all political garbage. And now you got these Stephen Colbert's, the Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers show, Conan. Every single one is just a propaganda shill for the agenda. And, you got even the comedy channel is just nothing but politics now. You got the Trevor Noah, Jon Stewart, Samantha Bee. You got the Clapper guy. What was that one redheaded chick who did the abortion video or something? I don't even know, man. But it's just ridiculous. Every time I turn on the Comedy Central, like looking for like South Park or some kind of like, cartoons or some actual comedy, it's just always some like political shill show. It's freaking stupid, but yeah, man. And then I remember watching this one episode one time I turned on where they had on like some doctors, or I can't even remember if it was Fauci or Brooks or one of them when that whole thing was going down. And it wasn't even comical. It was just like straight up like, fall in line, get your jabs, do as you're told, wear the mask. And I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like some kind of brainwashing op for the sheep who are like, oh yeah, it's just a joke, I'm watching comedy, like, but they're just shoving down your throat like state propaganda. Freaking crazy, man. And then I watched this one, Seth Meyers is the worst, man. That dude is just a smug little prick. And he did this one video I remember watching where he had, I guess it was like the CEO of Planned Parenthood or one of the top doctors, or I can't even remember who this lady was. But she came on and she was talking to these 3 writers of the show, female writers, which explains a lot. But they were on there talking about, feminism and Planned Parenthood. And Seth Meyers is sitting back there like a freaking little cuck, and he's like, explain how, a white male ally such as myself can, help you guys. And they were just telling her, like, telling him, but who knows what it really is. But yeah, you just need to support us and support the movement. And then one of these writers end up saying, like, there's nothing sexier than, a male feminist or something like that. And I'm just like, and then the audience starts clapping and everything, trying to get all their cucked men to simp for them. And I'm just like, this is just trash. This is trash television, man, and just brain dead. Your modern day brain dead Americans. It's incredible. But yeah, man, that's what it comes down to. The political comedy, I just can't get into it anymore. I don't like it. I don't listen to people who give that kind of message. This is why I listen to people like AJ. I need the screaming. I need the yelling. I need the rants. I used to listen to Mark Levin, who was really good when he talked about America and the Constitution and restoring, the Republic and getting our country back. But he's exposed himself now as a neocon warmonger who wants to go all around the world because, we'll say he just has dual loyalties, and we'll leave it at that. But Michael Savage was another good one a while back. He used to, again, really bite into the left, and he's kind of changed his tune a couple times. But it's just those kind of people in general that I usually listen to. And it's like, just like music, how there's a different music for every tone, I guess. If I'm happy, most of the time I'm listening to like country, bluegrass, folk, something like that. That's kind of my calm and happy center where everything's good. Then I bump it into like rock and rap and stuff like that, depending on the mood. But I'll listen to just about every kind of music, but just depends the mood. But yeah, when I'm listening to politics, it's like rarely am I in the mood to laugh at the situation we're in. Because like I said before, none of it's funny and everything like that. Recently, yeah, some of my friends watched Greg Gutfeld and stuff. And again, I just can't get into it. And I get that, there was a spot to fill. And like I named earlier, every single show is a leftist propaganda state shill, just brainwashing out of the idiot box. So, good for him for at least being the only one counterintuitive to the message. But still, I can't listen to laughing at our situation and making jokes of it, because none of it's funny. But yeah, man, I guess that's pretty much what I'm getting into here. But I guess I'm being somewhat of a hypocrite myself because, remember that this channel is all satirical and comical content. So remember never to listen to what Freedom Fighter says, and do your own research and don't take anything seriously. But let me know what you guys think, man. Am I on the button here? Do you like listening to these channels? Do you like the political comedy? Do you like laughing at the situation we find ourselves in? Who knows? But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And until the next one, you know what it is. We are on our own. No one's coming to save us. So get right with God, because only God can save you. Freedom Fighters out.